Ashley, and this is the Bear With Me podcast.
Yes, a podcast for constant evolution.
Where we do the soul work, soul search, and soul therapy.
And you know everything is intentional here. And y'all, we got a very special guest in the building. Two very special guests in the building. We got the Lava Boys, Big Steve-O, Big TZ in the building. Okay, not me. Got the ring, camera, sound effects. Oh, but it's all right. Here we go. So, we got the Lava Boys in the building. And before we even get into that real quick, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel.
All that.
Hit that notification bell so that you know when we post a new video. Y'all already know how that goes. So, we got the Lava Boys. And first of all, when you think of the Lava Boys, you think of Orlando. I will hope you think of Orlando, right? Throwing some of the biggest parties you could ever imagine, okay? Nah.
Steve-O. Go party on the way.
Yeah. So when it comes to that, you guys, how would you describe what you guys got going on? Because first of all, let me start with Steve-O. I've known Steve-O for many, many years now. Like forever. And just to see him progress and be where he is right now, it's like, okay, bro, we see you. Then, you got TZ. I mean, what can you say about TZ? I'm just so proud of how he just maneuvered in this game. And I'm just proud of y'all boys, first of all, just to say that, because, I mean, everybody's trying to do the whole promo thing, but, it's nothing like certain individuals.
It's a hard industry to be in.
Yeah,
it's a
competitive
hard industry
one.
to stay in. Yeah, you can get in. You get in. But it's hard to maintain. It's hard to sustain. You know what I'm saying?
So good. So speaking of that, I guess that's one of my first questions. How do you sustain something like the nightlife? What does the nightlife mean to y'all? What is this? What made y'all want to start something like this?
And stay in it.
Right.
For me, I was always like tiptoeing around it for the longest.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Probably like 8-9 years. Like I would host this party or I help somebody promote their party type thing.
Right.
And then like I just couldn't really kick the door down and be able to do my own thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so then I finally, by mistake, I ended up doing a poetry show. And the poetry show just was crazy. And so I started doing it every month. And then next thing you know, more promoters started coming to me, more clubs started coming to me. And then it was just like, all right, cool. Let me go and quit this job, you feel me? Because y'all getting in my way. You know what I'm saying? Y'all getting in the way, you know what I'm saying? So I quit my job, I want to say 3 years ago. And I ain't worked for nobody since. Like, I just been doing parties full time.
So you're your own boss.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
what
no
about
other
you?
job.
Right.
2023 now, so yeah, I've been in the game 11 years, going on 12 in August.
Okay.
Started 2011.
Black and white party.
Black and white affair with Tavern.
No, that's it.
Yeah, that was the first joint with my partner. I started in a group.
Mm-hmm.
Authentic Grind Entertainment. But the way I've been partying all my life though. So I was 13 going to the tunnel. That was really my first piece of hanging out.
Yeah.
So I was in the tunnel every Friday. Daddy dropped me off, picked me up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Tunnel, Roxy team night, the group.
Okay, Roxy.
Russell, upper level.
All right, upper level. Oh my God.
By the time I hit 16, I'm going to Firestone Icons with a fake ID.
Oh,
so I'm doing
we know about all that.
Yeah. So by the time I hit like 19, 20, I'm like, I've been technically clubbing, partying for like 7 years.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, okay, how can I start to segue my way? Like, how can I not be a consumer?
Right.
I can be on the other side, you know what I'm saying, bring the income in. But yeah, it's 12 years in August, so.
Sheesh.
Yeah. And I feel like I just got started for real.
No, that's
Yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Right.
So it's definitely a thriving business to be in. It's consistent work. You guys are consistently doing something every weekend during the week. How do you find or maintain balance between nightlife and your home life?
I guess for me, it's really no different than the job. Like, there's people who work 40 hours a week. There's some people who got jobs that come with consistent overtime, where they giving 50 hours a week to the job.
Yeah.
For us, showtime for us is on Friday night, 9 to 2. You know what I'm saying? Saturday we got a day party. Sunday we got a brunch. You know what I'm saying? So we got we always got something going. So it's kind of reverse though. For most people, like weekend is their relax or time away. But for us, that's when we go full throttle. I still work a day job right now. You know what I'm saying? So I burn the count on both ends.
Okay.
But to me, it's easy. A lot of people look at it from the outside and how you able to balance it, but it's 24 hours in a day.
Mm-hmm.
So if you maximize it, you ain't worried about taking naps, sleeping,
yeah,
what you need.
Look, I need a nap.
I don't know about all that.
I need a nice little nap now. Hold on.
Beat me with him.
Yeah, but when you motivated, you like when you love what you're doing.
Yeah,
it ain't that hard. You know
gotcha.
Like it ain't.
It's not
hard to do it. Like if you're going somewhere where you like, I'm going for this check, and this is the only reason I'm here.
Yeah.
Because if I wasn't throwing parties, I would still party.
I got
You know
it.
what I'm saying?
So you might as well make money.
Make
Yeah.
money doing
You know what I'm
it.
saying? So that's how we make it happen.
Just to play off what you said, I think that's the main thing. Like, because we catch headaches just like anybody with a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? We go through bull crap sometimes, just like anybody at work. Like we have days where it's like,
oh, feel like going to work today.
Feel like going, but you know what I'm saying? We get up and we go. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's just like that motivation. I think for us is more so eternal. It's internal. You know what I'm saying? Like we keep that motor running. We know, all right, Wednesday. You gotta start turning up. All right, Thursday, you gotta turn up a little bit more. All right, Friday, it's go time. You know what I'm saying? And then you just roll all the way through the weekend because they coming regardless.
Yeah.
And it's just like people pick up on the fact, like if my energy off, like people pick up on it. If his energy is off, like people pick up on it. You know what I'm saying? Because they used to us being hype man, phase, like fun. You know what I'm saying? So
wait, and speaking of hype, first of all, I don't know, but look, we know we be seeing Teezy do his thing out there. You know, whatever it is that he be out there doing, you know, we be seeing my boy out there doing his thing. So you know, and then I don't know.
You should make him do it.
Go ahead, come on, man, you got come on. I will play a song right now.
If you want to see it, come to Lava Friday. Brunch on Sunday. Yeah, then we do all that.
Right, but I see you two Steve on doing a 2-step or two.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? I be in the cut. You feel me? But just know if you mess around, come to the cut, it's up. You know what I'm saying? Like the liquor be overflow. You know what I'm saying? Like you get your vibe, man.
Right. Okay. All right. So aside from that, this is gonna be so random for you. Where is Corey Silverman? Hey, where is Corey Silverman?
Oh man!
Listen, please explain to these people what Corey Silverman is, because
I'm like, who?
Look, my last job, I was a supervisor at a call center.
Yeah.
And one of the other supervisors was a dude named Corey Silverman. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He was like a white dude who been with the company like 9 years.
Right.
But he always was like overlooked type stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I came, I think I was there for like 6 months. Boom, I catch a manager position. Like everybody, like all the higher ups messing with me. They see I'm doing my job. So they ready to bait me. Operation manager. Nigga moving on. Oh, he hated on the kids so bad. So bad. He done went on Facebook, found my Facebook, sending them Facebook posts and stuff like that.
Really?
So I ended up not getting an OM position.
Because of the stuff he was sending?
Because of the stuff he was sending or whatever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So like a couple months
Corey
later.
Silverman had to fight me.
Right.
He had to see me. He
He
had to fight me.
But to me, like it didn't even mean that much to me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because like I was doing it, but it was like I was doing it at the time I was working because I had a kid on the way. That was more so what I was doing. Like, I ain't come out of work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But so I was doing that, and so when promoting started, when I finally caught my foot in with the promoting, I'm like, I'm gonna quit this shit. So when I got ready to quit, I sent the email. I sent a long email to like everybody. In the building. Like we on
to whom it may concern.
To whom it may concern. I sold all the way out. I went all the way to that. I'm talking about correct, but you know y'all had me messed up.
Right.
Oh, I let them have it. Boy, you
nasty night.
It's the juice in dumpster cans. Like I went off.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
All right. And the reason why I brought that up is because that goes into like the adversities, even when it comes on a regular job or even in nightlife. You know, I'm sure that you guys deal with people that's like negative and just people that don't want to see you, you know, do your thing. So how do y'all feel about that? Like, Teasy, for instance, like how do you handle a situation like that if somebody, because it's always competition. There's always somebody out there trying to be better than you.
Yeah,
it's always that. So how do y'all like maneuver through that type of stuff?
That's where your reputation come in at.
Okay.
And saying I got 11 years in, almost 12. The track record great.
Right.
So I can go sit down with many owners from downtown to I Drive to wherever. And if somebody come try to throw dirt on my name, it ain't really gonna stand. People like, nah, that ain't how he get done.
Yeah, okay.
I done business with him. He good business. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I've seen like this is this industry get real grimy, like for real. But they say I just make sure I always maintain that face card.
Yeah.
Like that money don't mean nothing to me. Like of course we do it for that, but the relationships will get you way further than the money. So as long as you get the relationship straight, that money gonna come because you gonna put the work in. They gonna come. But once you dirty your face, you ain't got these connections, you can't get in here. We already in the market that's limited.
Right.
We don't have many venues that we can really get into.
Yeah.
It's a lot of places that we box out of. So you got to make sure you just keep your shit A1.
Yeah.
Your shit A1, they gonna mess with you because they know you're gonna bring as far as crowd wise.
Yeah.
Now the business square too. Oh yeah, they gonna keep you at the forefront. So that's how I get down. Just making sure this is always
clean.
A1 always.
Yeah.
And what about you, Steve? Like, how do you deal with stuff like that when it comes to just different situations, people hating, people having something negative to say? How do you deal with that type of stuff?
I'm kind of more so of a jokester. Anything. Like, I'll make a joke.
Make a post about it.
You know what I'm saying?
We gonna make a post about it.
You feel me? So it's like, half the time it don't, like you said, like it don't really bother me too much. Like it ain't too much negative you can say about me that's really real. I mean, anybody can make up a lie.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It don't take a rocket scientist to do that.
Right.
But like you said, like when your face is so clean because you do good business, like that don't really stand on nothing.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, that's why I think we do so good when it comes to business because we like blame it on stuff like that.
Okay.
So my question, or this is the last question I got, but as far as long term goes for you guys, what does that look like?
Yeah.
What do you tell you first?
So for me, when it came to promoting and doing parties, being in the nightlife, it was never something I really wanted to do. The crazy thing, I went to school for massage therapy. Right? You remember?
You did.
I went to school for massage therapy, graduated, passed the state test, everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So your whole masseuse out here.
Massage therapist, we don't like.
Oh, I'm
sorry.
therapist.
I don't do no happy endings. You feel me? I don't do no happy endings. But yeah, so that's what I was geared toward. I was focused. I was motivated for that.
Yeah. Right.
This just kind of fell in my lap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
So then, but then when it happens,
I'm actually good at this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Remember. So when I got into it full time, like I did, like I remember when I told you about this, I'm like, I did just about everything I wanted to do in such a short amount of time. You know what I'm saying? I've done concerts. I've touched just about every club here in Orlando. I've touched clubs out the city. I've touched clubs out the state.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So then it was like, okay, well, what's next?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, like the next best thing was like major name concerts, like a Future or a Broadway, a Money Bag, somebody that's gonna really bring the bag.
Right.
And then festivals, food festivals, I don't care what it is, like artist festivals. You know what I'm saying? How they have like the Funk Fest, like if I can get my own something like that.
Yeah.
That's lit. And just going to that next level where it's the same thing but just bigger numbers.
Right.
Because like to me, I don't want to be partying
for the rest of your life.
I feel
6 times a week.
Oh yeah.
For forever. Like you're tired.
Yeah.
I'd rather be able to do it like I'm doing lava longest, lava. I'm doing breast longest, breast. You feel me? Real. And then we have special events that we do like maybe once a year or once a month, stuff like that. So I'm always be there, but like, man, if I could mess around and make $200,000 in a night.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And
I can chill for I can chill for the week. Right.
Work on the next thing.
Yeah. Like the dude who I'm working with now, Dogman, wonderful when it comes to business. But he don't do no weeklies. You know what I'm saying? He have 3 or 4 big hitters every year. Yeah. And that's it.
Like around classic time and all that stuff. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That ain't enough.
Man, Boy, you got the juice.
years doing it.
It makes
He
sense.
got about 30 on his belt too. 30
Yeah.
years doing it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, what about you, TZ? Same question.
For me, kind of like the same thing Steve was saying. Of course, the older you get, you ain't trying to be doing all these weeklies. We already scaled back on weeklies.
Right.
Ball on Friday, brunch on Sunday. Any other weekly come my way, I'd be like, no.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I do my once a month. We got patio once a month. We got the face-off joint once a month right now. But that still kind of keeps the schedule open. But going forward, for me, I just want to get more into the sponsorships and things like that.
Right.
My mentor T Gaines, he does a lot of that. And I'm trying to follow them footsteps.
Got it.
For example, he got the R&B Bingo joint tomorrow, but that's sponsored by Ford and McDonald's.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, that's
So,
big.
like,
Yeah.
That's who you're working with. That's corporate
Right.
sponsors where you're putting on events for them. So now you're not really doing a hard ticket like when you're selling to people. You kind of seeing what they want you to do. Okay,
Right.
we're going to give you this budget. You operate this event for me. And everybody just kind of RSVP or however they want to do it. It just gives you a different lane. You know what I'm saying? So
Makes sense.
that's really where I want to go. Same thing like Steve said too. Like, I don't really want to do, I'll do a festival, but I want to do like a traveling tour.
Okay.
We've been trying to do that.
Exactly. I want to travel tour, man.
Yeah.
Sammy, my boy, so I've been on his tour. We did the Everlasting tour. I was on the whole tour for that. I was in and out of the Millennium tour. So, like, I've seen it
Right.
night in and night out. Like, it's a lot of work, but if you see what happens behind the scenes and just, it's fun. It's a grind. But, like, every night when you go out there and you're able to see you in this stadium, this arena one night, the day later you traveling, and the next night in another arena, and you're just seeing the fans. And
Got it.
It just, the whole traveling experience with it and being able to make the bread, that's the other thing I like to do. So, that's really like my two lanes.
That definitely makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then being that y'all do kind of like work close together, how are y'all different? Because we know, Tisa, that you're married and you're in this game, and that's real big, honestly. And that's something that, you don't see a lot of, which is cool because that shows you that, there is a balance.
Yeah.
Right. And, so I guess from both perspectives, like you being married, how do you handle this nightlife as a married man, and how do you handle this nightlife as? Well, first of all, are you single? Like, we know that.
It's me laughing. It's me laughing before.
Okay, so boom. So, and then how do you handle it as a single man? And two, collectively, how do y'all deal with outside people, especially the women?
Okay, so for me, I think the way first off, I was raised in a 2-parent household.
Okay.
Mom and dad. So, like, mom and dad is still married to this day. June will be 37 years they've been married.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's what I know.
Got it.
Same thing. My grandparents, auntie, uncle. So, that's the model
Right.
that I grew up under. Grew up in my household. I've always, like I said, able to go to mom and daddy. And I've never seen my mom and daddy argue. It's crazy. Like,
Got it.
I know that sounds fairy tale.
Crazy as hell.
It sounds fairy tale. It sounds fairy tale.
Yeah.
The most I've ever seen was it like it's about to be an argument starting. My dad is like, okay, or my mom is like, okay. I know they're gonna handle their business. Where they gonna handle that?
Right.
Or
Just
whatever,
not in front
because
of
it's
you.
humans,
Not in front of you.
but
Yeah.
they never did it in front of us.
Okay.
So I seen that, so I already had that as a goal.
Right.
And then with me, I had a child early.
Okay.
My son 15. I had him when I was 17 in high school with a baby on the way.
Right.
So at 18, I'm walking the stage. I graduated. I walked the stage. My son was born 2 weeks later.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So everything changed quickly for me. So like I had to grow up faster, and that man mentality had to kick in so much earlier. I supposed to went to Clark, Atlanta for college.
Got it.
That went away, and I had to go to Valencia. I went on the British scholarship to Valencia, and then did 2 years and went to UCF.
Okay.
So I stayed here with my son. So just kind of raising him, and that was a big part of it too.
Right.
And then, of course, I was single, going through college, doing my thing, whatnot.
Shout out to Lady TZ in the building, though, by the way. I
course.
had to just make sure I say that.
Yeah, make sure they know the missus is in the
Yes.
building. Yes. So, you know what I'm saying? I graduated. And actually, I had started promoting while I was in college or whatnot. But I was single, graduated, started having a little career job. Just kind of doing a little bit of everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just being what I am. But at the same time, I have to kind of watch who I'm bringing around because my son was with me a lot. So, like, I ain't trying to bring just this girl I just got her number and pull up to the crib. Like, no, my son in the room with me or he in the other room, whatever. I only want you You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just being very mindful, just because I already got that mindset. And then I just end up honestly like running into dealing with some females I know I ain't got no business dealing with.
Right.
Yeah. I'm like, man, I'm a college graduate. I already got my own business. I got a career job. You know what I'm saying? Single dad doing my 1-2. You don't deserve me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got to drink. Yeah. Like, in your mind, you like, okay, because you just thinking on the surface level.
Right.
But then when you sit down and you really just, you get in that deep dive, like, bro, if I get caught up with this one right here, like, I'm really going to took like I really went down. Like, down. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to nobody, but that's just how it started looking. So it just kind of changed my outlook. And then, one day I was at a little fashion show, ran into Lady Teasy. You know what I'm saying? I knew she'd be Lady Teasy at the time.
Okay.
She just didn't know it yet. She didn't know it yet. But, you know what I'm saying? I when I met her, I was prepared to go in a relationship. Like, I was ready.
Ready.
Yeah.
Got
you understand?
it.
Like, I was ready at that point because I had seen enough. I had enough experiences and things that happened that had me in a mindset where it was like, hell no. Like, that was my fear. Like, I didn't want to be that dude with this trash baby mama.
Got it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you crazy. Like, how are you doing this? And
you wanted that lot.
So I was prepared. Like, at that point, like I had some scares and stuff. But I'm like, man, damn, this shit. I got to go down. Like, because and also too again, I was working. I was raising a child, and I had my business, so my time was short.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? So the thing about her is that once me and her started really vibing and we made it official, she never came with the whole stigma. That's the problem with when it comes to being a promoter. People have stigmas on promoters.
Yes,
right?
they do.
Oh, you're a promoter. Everybody wants you.
Yeah.
You this, you that.
Yeah.
Okay, but y'all forget at the same time, we're also still human as well.
Yeah.
So
Can't
everybody
control the other people.
Man, people get on social media, they act like they want to be this, that, and the other. At the end of the day, everybody wants somebody.
Right.
That's true.
Everybody wants somebody.
That's true.
When all the smoke clears, everybody wants somebody that they can do life with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just fast forward, like, she's never been a headache. Never been a headache. Like, always been a real backbone and make sure that, like, that I'm good, and always supported me. Like, when shit was kind of rocky, like, when I'm trying to get things together, I'm trying to figure this out, I'm transitioning from this job, this career, and doing this, that, and the other. She can look at me different. Hey, do your thing. And then at the same time, with the promoting, listen, anytime she want to come out, she want to walk in any club she wants to. They know who she is.
Absolutely.
They know what's going on, and she
Sure
got to tell me nothing. Pull up. She get the same love and respect because I make sure that happens.
That's right.
No matter what.
That's right.
Or whatever. So, you understand when you got something good, and then you'll just make sure that you protect that and keep that.
Right.
And again, I already have role models to look at with my parents.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So we're having that foundation. Your mind is there, your heart is there. So it's really nothing to do with what you're supposed to do.
Right.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, he like, oh man,
I'm gonna get my dog there. I'm gonna get him there. Just here.
Oh man.
Okay, he had the pinky up too, so I know. So we are so interested. No, seriously, but for real, like, how do you maintain all of this?
I mean, as a single man, it's way easier to maintain, dibble and dabble, bip and bop, whatever you do, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying? Like I've been the dude in a relationship who throwing parties, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like it gets tough. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously in the nightlife, like you're always around women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you're always around thirsty women. You know what I'm saying? Like, chicks be ready to do it for a shot. Like, it's crazy.
Wow.
It's crazy. It's a hookah.
Not a
you know what I'm saying?
Right. That's all it takes.
A hookah. You know what I'm saying? But like he said, like, man, I've already been there.
Yeah.
I've already done that. You feel me? So like now, when I got into the space of I know who I am.
Come on now.
And I know what I bring to the table.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like things got different for me. So now it's more so like I know, like I said, I know who I am. I know what I bring to the table. Who's you? Like,
so you're a little more selective.
What you got going
on?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel me? Like,
what can you
what's
do for
up?
me?
You feel me? Yeah, you look
Yeah.
good and all that type of stuff, but what's after that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't need no pretty bill.
Right.
I feel
that.
You got what?
Got a lot of kids.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we gonna get to that.
You know what I'm saying? So now for me, like, it's more so like not necessarily what you could do for me, but because I do for myself, I do for my family, I do for people that I don't even speak on because I don't do it for no type of recognition.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got friends who done passed.
Yeah.
And I do for the kids. You feel me? So it's just like I don't speak on it, but it's just like if I got all that going on, if you gonna stress me,
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Bring it down. Like, you can stay over there.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, now if you can add my situation, you can make me better. You can put me in. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool.
And that's different.
Holla at me. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, like, I'll be straight.
Yeah. Because you're the face of the brand, so you can't be stressed out because you actually have to physically show up.
Right.
At all times, I'm playing pick and choose that can die. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you just never know. You really just never know.
Well, with that being said, we're gonna take a commercial break because we gotta get into some things, y'all. So we'll be back.
When it comes to childhood, I feel like as a child, like when you think as a child, I feel like, you know, it's almost like the parent has all the power. You know, you kind of just have to accept their reality of perception of whatever that is throughout life. And I think that everybody has their own story. Everybody went through, you know, whatever it is that they went through. And I feel that we all come from different walks of life. Of course,
with the way that I parent my kids, like I barely even whoop them because I never want to be so angry that I like hurt them in that way, because then it's like, you know, I think I fear, and I hate to say this, but like I fear, because me and my mom now we're cool, but saying it out loud, like I would hate to be her.
Any relationship that I get in, obviously we have those conversations in the beginning, right? What we want. Oh, I want a big family. I come from a big family, or I want a lot of kids, or marriage. That's my biggest one, marriage. Because that's the disclaimer I give. I definitely put that out there. Like, I'm trying to be married.
Period. We too old.
So, you know, I feel like anytime you're dating, you have to let it be known from the very beginning what your non-negotiables are. You know what I'm saying? The things that you want and what you foresee for the relationship. And I just feel like we don't be holding people to that.
It's true.
We don't hold people to that, and then we be unhappy and disappointed in the results in our relationship and looking for more.
Right.
Trying to change people, you know. And what you want to say?
We ain't. Yeah. I agree. I feel like, you know, when it comes to relationships, you definitely have to make your requests known from the beginning. You definitely have to let people know in any relationship, whether it's relationships, friendships, you know, situationships, whatever ship you on. I mean, it's just letting your requests be known from the jump, so that way nobody is confused. That way, you know, you have an understanding, and you know, you can move forward. And I just think it's so important to be on the same page, or else it's almost like I like to look at it like it's like this path.
Come on with it. Eagle, planes, path. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, it's like okay, there's like a crossroad. So now, because it comes to the point to where there is a crossroad, and it's like, all right, you either gonna go this way or this way together, or you just gonna just veer off apart. And the thing about it is, it's nothing wrong sometimes with veering apart sometimes.
What's going on, everybody? This is Sparkle, the CEO of Spark with Faith, and you're now watching Bear With Me podcast with my two girls, Sherelle Renae and Ashley. So you're going to have to tune in, because I had the honor to come in the room and shake some shit up. So you don't want to miss it. Make sure you tune in. Blessings.
All right, y'all. So we are back. And y'all y'all know what we do here. We always got to come with some form of game when we have special guests, some form of something, because we got to shake the table a little piece.
Right.
So, before we get into shaking the table, we got to,
hit them with a little icebreaker.
That's
little,
y'all know that's
little
what
truth
we do.
To drink.
Truth to drink. Okay, so we want everybody, drink responsibly. And so, hey, I hope y'all ready because you just never know what's gonna be asked of you.
Already, I feel attacked.
I ain't even gonna do you like that because I ain't even gonna start with you. All right, I'm gonna start with Miss Sparkle.
Okay,
ladies first.
Ladies first. Period. Okay. Truth or drink? Is it true? Is it true that men cheat more than women? I'm gonna go soft on you. Honestly. I'm gonna go soft on you.
Look, who's better at it?
Who's better?
I don't know.
That was a double question.
Look how you looking. Don't do that. Wait, is it true that guys cheat more than women?
Mm-hmm. Honestly.
Oh man, yes, it's true.
Yeah, okay.
That's true.
Anybody want to rebuttal?
That's true.
You can rebuttal at any time.
I don't have to explain, do I?
No,
Just say
no.
true. Okay, so I say true. That's
Everything is opinionated, so you gotta respect somebody's opinion.
No rebuttals? Okay.
So I'm still gonna drink though.
Oh.
I ain't mad at you.
Who you want to attack?
I just said I feel attacked already up there. Go ahead.
Okay, so when was the last time you took a girl home from the club?
When? What's today's date?
Look, what's today's? Today. And it better make sense because it's March. It better add up.
Today is March 9th.
Yeah, it's Thursday for the people in the back, just in case. You can always drink now.
You can always drink. No, you'd rather drink. It's okay. It's okay, no.
Like Marchville. Like Marchville.
Okay.
4 days ago. God damn.
I'm gonna drink anyway. Like
Okay. Thank you. Okay, I see you.
All right. So, Teasy, truth or drink? Is it true that the women really like married men over single men? Because that's what I heard. They love them married for some reason. And that's not right. I mean,
I got to say that's not true.
Okay.
I don't know, and I'm only speaking from my standpoint.
Come on now.
And I'm also a public figure too, so it's a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, more people shot shots on me when I was single.
Okay.
So
respect. Okay, she got respect.
That's right, Lady Teasy. That's right, sis. I know that's right.
I'm hitting the cup too. It looks like it's a ritual, so I'm gonna follow some. She did, he did it. I can't be the last man standing.
Okay.
Oh man.
Okay. Question for.
We're going around the table.
I'm ready.
We're going around the table.
Oh yeah, I'm coming for you.
Okay.
I'm coming for you.
It's your turn.
No. I'm about to ask you a question.
Okay, go ahead, Ash.
Okay. Have you ever had a one-night stand?
Yes.
Okay.
You act like you want to answer. I was like, wait. But you didn't want to answer who cheat more.
Right.
Because that was kind of hard. Because, I mean, it could be both. Like, I don't know. But to me, I think I do.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to shake the table.
Oh.
Steve-O.
No shit.
Who's your favorite baby mama?
Whoa.
Okay.
I'll stay clear.
Just tax season 2.
Oh God!
Hey,
Speaking of taxes,
Right.
No.
It's there forever.
You
And
know what I'm
we're
saying?
gonna do the highlights. Let me make sure
Oh
that's
yeah,
one
no.
of
See,
the that's one of the highlights in the video.
Make sure you get me drinking. Zoom in on me taking a drink on that because I ain't got nothing to do with
Look, make sure you cut it away, Katie.
Right.
Make it spicy.
Is it our turn? Do we?
Oh yeah, you want to go ahead? Go ahead. Let's do it.
Well, you go ahead and shoot one off the top, and I had some.
And Sparkle, you too, honey. You better come
I ain't no need looking over.
Look. It's me not making eye contact. Like,
I ain't no need looking over there. It up now. You know it was. Go ahead. It was. So, truth or drink, right?
Who you talking to?
You. Ain't no question. Ain't no question.
Okay.
Truth or drink, right?
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to dudes, the hardest thing about saying no to a dude or turning a dude down is denying, like if he trying to like shower you with gifts and shit like that.
Wait, say that again.
So when it comes to dudes, you know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes feel like, okay, if I go with her, like, I'm gonna spend money. You know what I'm saying? I'm down to spend money or whatever. Like, they feel like they get a lot of chicks' attention. You feel me? The hardest thing when it comes to that is like saying, "No, like I'm good," or because like you got somebody, or just because you're good on it, or what.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Well, I guess for me, like I make my own money, so I'm not really like I'm not moved by that. Like you got to come with something else other than that. Cause anything that somebody could buy me, I probably could buy myself. So I'm not, that doesn't persuade me. I'm not persuaded by somebody like flashing money, or I could take you here, I could spend this and spend that. Like that doesn't move me
at all. Okay, Gigi, you ain't got no questions for us?
No, I ain't get a good one yet. I need
What's Sparkle?
Throw some pressure on. That's how I meet that.
Sparkle. You got anything? Well, y'all think on that.
Yes.
Y'all think on that, because at any time a question can be asked.
You can butt in.
You can butt in at any time.
Okay.
So speaking, since we brought up taxes,
Right.
It is that time of the year.
Right.
So for everybody at the table, when it comes to taxes, since it's that time of the year, do you feel like
No.
I'm
just kidding. Go ahead.
Okay, so let me direct it to Sparkle. Okay, as a woman, as a mother, as a mother who has her child, as a single mother, do you feel like it's cool to split your taxes? Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. It depends.
Okay.
Because, well, in taxes, you have to live. The child has to live with the parent.
Okay.
For at least 6 months out of the year. So if the child does not live up to 6 months out of the year with the parent, then they're not reliable, or they can't claim the child on their taxes. So, because I've done taxes with my son's father. So, back then, but at the end of the day is that he kind of put me into court and wanted to fight over that. So me, I'm like, no, the son lives with me. Majority of the time, you're part-time. You get him only seasonal or whatever the case may be. So I don't think it's right that you do. Because if that's the case, then the child support should go up.
Right.
Okay.
In my opinion.
I feel that.
But in everyone's situation, it might be different.
Got it.
So with me, I feel as though in my situation, no.
Okay. No rebuttals?
I know you got something to say. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think it's a case by case.
I was about to say, it's definitely.
I think that's one of the things that's case by case.
It's circumstantial.
There's some dads that just come out. Well, some parents, whether mom or dad, that's absolutely non-existent. So why are you asking? Why are you popping up when there's a refund or whatever? Taxes. But if there's a situation where, of course, one day it's hard to actually do everything 50-50.
Right.
That's just it's unreal to be like, okay, you got a kid exactly half the year and I got him half the year. Right. You can have it. So just kind of looking at the involvement
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like whatever that person is doing, you just gotta go to a case by case situation.
Yeah.
And I think that comes with being an adult and being on the right mindset and the same wavelength with the co-parent.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Same for me. I feel like it's circumstantial. I feel like if you have a parent who's not in the home, but he, you know what I'm saying, he picks up the slack, he makes sure his children are straight, you know, takes them to practice, whatever it is, he's involved.
That part.
I don't mind breaking you off a little
bit, you know?
A little bit.
But if
it's still with me,
but it's like if
of
you've
the
been an
time.
absent parent, and it's like, and then all of a sudden you're trying to get that benefit.
Yeah,
then
I
it's
don't
a
think
problem.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's wrong to me in
Right.
my eyes. But I mean, if you're trying to be, if it's about our child and you want to spend time, then money should not even be like, oh, I want to.
Steve over here boiling. He want to say something.
I'm
what
just
is
saying,
it? Because I heard.
I don't know.
So you should be collecting a cute little coin.
Okay, because what's up?
Nah, so like when it comes to taxes, like I have 5 kids, right?
Look, damn.
I'm blessed to be full house. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed to be in a situation where when it comes to taxes, I claim 2 of my kids.
Okay.
On my own. You know what I'm saying? So I be straight.
Right.
And like throughout the year I be straight or whatever the case is. But at the same time, I show a lot of love, you feel me? Like
so it's like
don't pay bills.
It's Christmas time. Look, you know what I'm saying? I know you want to do your 1-2 for the kids. Like, here goes some extra money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's your birthday, it's Mother's Day, like I show love throughout the year.
Right.
Not saying that I look for something back, but on the strength of, but you finna get like 10 bands.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, nigga, a little something. Oh, nigga, a little something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want half.
Just a little piece. So I'm trying to come with thou wow.
You hear me talking about something I want, like surprise a nigga. Make me feel good about the situation. You know
Do
what
something to
I'm saying?
make me feel
Yeah,
good.
right. You know what I'm saying?
Reciprocate.
Reciprocate.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like if I take away what I cook, baby, that money gonna be gone by May. Okay? That money gonna be gone by May. You gonna be regular again by May. You know what I'm saying?
Not if you do budget.
Yeah.
That money gonna be gone by May.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You definitely got a budget.
So don't get different.
Don't get cute.
Don't get different. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's a lot of time in between.
You gonna need me again.
Right.
You gonna need me before I need you.
Once a year.
You gonna need me. You know what I'm saying? But not like my situation. I feel like I'm actually blessed. You know what I'm saying, to be in the situation that I'm in. It could be a little extra sometimes. It be a bit much sometimes. But
Yeah.
I'm not on child support for nobody.
Oh yeah. Well.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
So,
good. Yeah.
But
Y'all
but at
just
the
keep
same
rolling
time,
into the next
Thank
question,
you.
right?
I do my 1-2 though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
I ain't really tripping.
Speaking of child support,
Right.
Oh God.
what was it that you wanted to ask Ash? You had something for that?
I mean, as far as child support goes, again, I feel like that is also circumstantial.
Very.
I really feel like it just depends on the father. But there, you know, that conversation comes up often, whether it's like, okay, you got a baby by this man. If you can't take care of your child, that's on you. Like, you shouldn't be chasing child support, blah, blah, blah. As a man, what is your perspective on child support? A man being on child support.
Like, would you rather
inconsistent
be,
parents
So
being on child support?
So when it comes to it, you know what I'm saying? A child could be born in a very ugly situation. Sad to say.
Yes, that's true.
You can get a female who get pregnant, where throughout the whole process from day one, the dad could sit there and say, like, "Man, I don't want it. I'm not ready for this." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like that don't matter because at the end of the day, oh, this is my body.
Oh, don't do that.
This is my
That's
body.
not that part.
This is my body.
That part.
This
It
is my
is.
decision.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? So
It
she
took
could
two to
she could do what she want to do. But it's
No,
just like,
you gotta do
okay,
that.
well, yeah, you did what you wanted to do, but it's like, damn. At the end of the day, I gotta get punished for that. As the man, that's how the man look at it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So okay, here you go. You need this, you need that. Oh, now all of a sudden I'm this kind of person, or I'm trash, or whatever, because I'm not supplying this, or I'm not supplying that. But baby, I told you 6 months ago that I'm not ready, or I can't do this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you forced this on me. But it's just like,
did she?
Right.
Because is it
it's a
really
decision.
Is Is it really?
Was there ropes involved? Were there ropes?
It do take two.
It takes two.
It do take two.
Okay.
But it's like,
how you want to leave?
If we gonna be completely honest,
let's do it.
How you want to leave when she's carrying?
It's like if you like, I can see if you what it is, pro-life, right? Pro-life. I can see if you pro-life. You ain't never had no abortion before in your life. You don't believe in that. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely.
Means you ain't out here swallowing kids either. So
right. But you aborted Jim, baby. Why you can't give me the same respect?
Okay.
Where's my
wait?
Why you can't treat me?
Pause. Okay, speaking of that, because that's we finna go on and get into it. I don't know if you guys seen the on Instagram where the guy he made a post and he has 7 kids. He has 7 different baby mamas, right? His argument was, was the same as that. Look, I told all 7 of my baby mamas that I did not want these kids before like we had sex. I don't want no kids, whatever. But you still had.
And I tried to pay
for the abortion. They didn't want them. All 7 of them now, right? So then he proceeds to say, and I don't feel like I'm wrong for that because if I told you from the beginning, then this, that, and the third. So here's my problem with that. Okay, how can a man say something like that when it's like, okay, you still chose to, rather you told the woman or not, and I blame both, don't get me wrong, however, it just depends. So when a man say, oh, I don't want this baby, but then you continue to have unprotected sex, because it took you 7 times to figure that out.
Right.
That part.
Well, he knew it every single time.
It's like,
one or two, I'm with you on the argument.
You know,
I'm with you on the argument. Baby, 7.
At that point, I
Seven.
You on your own.
Yeah.
Tighten up. You got to tighten up.
Because at that point, I only feel bad for the second baby mama and beyond.
Right.
That part.
The first one, okay, she, you know.
I get that.
But everybody after that,
come on now. Like, how is that fair?
Because my thing is that you gotta take.
Who knows?
Yeah.
You gotta take accountability for that though, man. Like
7,
you can't.
absolutely have to take
Not
it.
even 7, 5.
I'm
4, 3, 2.
Like I said, I can feel, I can understand the conversation 1 or 2. 2 at the max, and 2 is pushing. I can feel the conversation. Anything beyond that,
it's like, come on now.
Now you know.
I feel like
that was his responsibility.
Right.
Well, you got to think about it because we don't know the situation. We don't even know his side. We don't know the 7 baby mother's side.
That's true.
We don't know what he's been telling them.
That's
right. We don't know if the 3rd one or the 4th one or the 5th one or someone even knew about the 1st and the 2nd.
Let's
be honest.
That is a fact.
Because guys keep shit to themselves.
That is very
They're
true.
not going to be truthful.
That is very
and
true.
They're like, oh no, it's personal. I'm not going to tell her. She don't have to know.
Yep.
Because I've had that
experience.
Because it's not your business, it's not your business.
Yeah, but
then that's right.
It is because all those 7 kids are brother and sister.
Facts.
Right.
They gonna have to go to a family reunion one time.
A man that can't take care of his kids ain't a man at all. That's how I look at it.
Thank you, TZ. That's absolutely
voice of reason.
Voice of reason. Very true.
I can't even. Hey, listen.
No, but I don't understand that whole like, okay, it's your body, but I should get an input. At the end of the day, when you lay down, you lay down. That's right. And when you lay down raw,
you already.
It could go 1 or 2 ways. That was it. You either quick enough or you're not. At the end of the day, like either a baby's coming or a baby's not. Right. You can't make somebody feel like they have to do something outside themselves, or out their body to appease you because you ain't ready
because you shouldn't have been
ready.
Because then if that's the case, then why not get a vasectomy at that point? And don't get me wrong, in a man's defense, don't get me wrong, with ladies, okay.
Well, he already take care of it, right? But a baby's forever too. You know,
baby.
Yeah. So either one, it's like
I'm just
saying,
like,
do because you already made a decision. You don't want no kids,
right?
So get your fix, and then you prevent that from happening.
But I'm saying, it might be right now for him.
Right now, what?
How? No, I ain't talking. He dead. We ain't talking about him. I'm talking about on a regular situation, right?
Okay.
I'm setting me as forever. You know what I'm saying? So. Right now, here in 2020,
but it can be reversed.
I might not.
Or could he just like freeze his sperm.
But that's the problem with having women.
I might be telling you like I'm not ready to have a baby, or I don't want to have a baby.
So don't have sex.
Don't rush
right.
Don't have sex. Don't have unprotected.
Or wrap it up.
Because
that's the problem with laying down with women that you don't see a future with.
Absolutely.
That's
the biggest problem.
There comes repercussions with that. Like
that's the key right
stop laying down with women you don't see a future with.
Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, now she's about to be a part of your miserable ass life for the next 18 years.
Yeah, that's it.
Making your life
And I'm
miserable.
7.
Yeah, even after.
Even
after.
Yeah. That's still your
even after 18.
And if
you
don't see a life with her and she just a miserable ass female and she finna take your life through hell.
So it's like at that point, who is the blame? Because it's like, okay, and again, like I was gonna say, in the men's defense, ladies, okay, we have a choice at that point. Because if they do tell us, okay, no, we don't want this, okay, you do have a choice. So it's either A, you're going to raise this baby by yourself and you're going to have to be okay with that. And you can't expect him to be there because he already told you what it was, right?
Mine says already made up.
Nobody get that part right.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's what's real. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's real. So it's like you do, ladies, we do have to say, okay, now, if I take on, because that was me. I took on responsibility with my daughter. Look, I don't want to be there. If you don't want to be there, that's on you. Yeah. But
because I would much rather cut you off than have somebody who's inconsistent. I'm like, okay, you want to sign your rights over? That's fine. Let's do this.
Let's do that.
I don't want to have to deal with you though.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
ladies, we have to take accountability as well.
Y'all have been hurt.
What?
Oh, you don't beat it out. You don't beat it out.
No, that's what's real. We're being honest. That's what's real.
But you hurt us.
Yeah, but you have some
women. On behalf of all men.
Guess who hurt us?
It sounds like some men have been hurt though, because what makes men go and
you might
sleep?
have been hurt, but we've been healed.
Yes,
for sure.
But what makes men want to go and sleep with all these different women? What is that? Is that an insecurity? What is that? What makes men want to go and sleep with all these different women, get all these different women pregnant? What is that?
Just like a woman got a whole phase, he got his phase still.
But 40 years, 50 years, 50 years.
But they be 40. They be 40 years old.
No, man, listen.
That motherfucker be 40, 50.
Y'all snap.
Oh, yeah, man.
That mother old man that sugar daddy, now they already had a marriage, got up out of it, and then they back. They basically live life in reverse.
So they
die. That's true.
I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
So it's like, is it, come on now. So I think it's important for everybody to take accountability in type of situation because, we all have made mistakes and we all, we still growing. We're all learning. We're all still human. But right is right and wrong is wrong.
Like I said, it is what it is. Because for me, I think if a man told me straight up, like, listen, I don't want this baby, I don't want to, then at this point, it's a battle with self. Like, you're already done.
Yeah.
Like, you're out. I'm not going to deal with you. I'm not going to whatever. But it's just a matter of, like, what I want to do.
Yes.
But if I take on this responsibility and he's like, I don't want no parts, okay.
Then you have to accept it.
You're not going to sign a birth certificate.
Right.
I'm not going to call you. I'm not going to put you up. I'm damn sure not going to put you on child support because I don't even want the court involved because I don't want no dealings with you at all.
Right.
So I do believe that women should take that into account as well. You can't, yes, granted, you can make the decision to still have the kid, but then you can't, like, run the child support and you know what I'm saying? Like, but again, that's a double-edged sword because maybe she wasn't ready either. Shit. So she needs some help. I wasn't ready either. So now you gotta help me, nigga.
Baby, I had the 450.
No.
I'm gonna go.
450?
How you know?
Okay, how you know?
I had the 450.
No.
Baby outside. You just gotta have on some earpods and walk fast. You gotta walk fast and with a purpose. That's it.
They make you feel
Listen,
bad.
they do not. Don't do
Baby
it.
killer.
Don't do it. Come on, let's go get breakfast. They be out there with the sign and all. Man, come on, bro, not today, man.
Okay, so look, what about a scenario of I know y'all seen where, the father, he had took his own child. The mother had like several other kids. He took his own child some food. He didn't bring the other kids no food.
Oh.
How,
That was
as a
green to
man,
me.
just from a man and a woman's perspective, because say if it was you, you pulling up on your kid and your child's father has other kids, could you as a woman sit there and see like all these other kids are hungry, or even if they're not, but just the thought of, okay, these kids are here, or are you only worried about your kid? And then likewise. Honestly. Honestly, because we had to tell the truth today.
You do have to tell the truth today. No fucking McDonald's though. Come on now. If it's something as simple as fast food, like, all right, cool, whatever. But if I don't know, because if I had other kids and he's coming into the picture, I have to make sure that my babies are straight.
Okay.
I have to make sure that my babies are like well fed. Like I make sure my son has a full belly.
Supposed to.
Right. So if he wants to come by, pass by, like, you know, being inconsistent, wants to pop up, whatever, cool. You come through, whatever, bring it. But it's like, I don't really think, and we're not together. I don't think that
it's not an obligation.
It's not an obligation at that point. I understand if we were together, we were still together. Like, what did you bring home for the kids? Whatever the case.
And I ask that because some people feel like, you know, I mean, dang, you could at least thought about my other kids, and that's not something that you have to do. That's you as a person. That's what you do.
But then he probably already tapped out mentally, where it's like, I'm just gonna worry about my kid, and that's it. You take care of yours. You know, in that concept. But with me as a mother, it's like I'm gonna make sure my son's straight regardless, because I'm not dependent on nobody to feed my child.
Got it. Right.
Not at all. Like, I'm gonna make sure my son is straight, where he has a full belly, he has clothes, he has shoes, all that, because what you give is extra.
Yeah.
It's extra.
Right.
It's an icing on the cake and a cherry on top of it.
I ain't gonna lie. I think I would. I don't know. I feel like me, my character, I would just, you know, I would feel like, you know, well, dang, I'm gonna take my baby some food. I don't mind getting the kids a pizza or something like that. That's just my character. But situational, I don't know what I would really do. You know, I don't know.
The problem is the expectation.
Right.
Like,
that part.
I would do it. I would do it out the kindness of my heart.
Like,
you know what I'm saying? Because for that particular situation, I saw it like both ways.
Facts.
For the woman, I was like, how fucking dare you feel like, why you ain't get the rest of my kids? Nothing.
Right.
And it's like, he's not obligated to, because he even said, because she was like, you gonna eat in front of them. He even said, like, I will take him to the car so he can have his meal or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But then also on the flip side, it's like, if you had the money to, like, don't be petty and buy the kids something. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't got nothing to do. Nothing.
Okay, so what it got to do with it? Help us understand.
It's as simple as this, right? So if my kid was with me for the weekend, I'm getting ready to drop him off. Obviously, you know what I'm saying? I'm a dad. Like, I'm a dad for real. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I'm going to drop the kids off or something like that, if we ain't eat before we left, like, I'm gonna stop and get something to eat before I bring them to you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Like, I keep extra clothes in the car and all that. I'm a dad for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so if we stop at McDonald's on the way to me bringing him home, like, that's just because, like, maybe he ain't eat and I know he's hungry. Like, my mental might be, all right, cool. Like, I know you probably got 3 other kids at the house. Like, maybe let me get a pizza or something like that.
Right.
But if that ain't my mental, like, also that's not my place.
Exactly. That's true. I can see that too.
However, like I said, like, if I do it, I do it. Like, there ain't no pressure. But from the post, like, she snapped.
Yeah, she did.
I would have told her, hey,
I ain't got to do nothing.
Right.
She went to
why you snapping on me about your kids? That's at your house.
Because her other baby daddies ain't shit.
It makes her look worse.
What you doing? Why he's hungry?
It makes her look worse.
It does make her look worse.
It makes her look worse. That means you neglecting. And you ain't doing what you're supposed to do. At the end of the day.
Because you all loud like they hungry. Like, wow.
Yeah, exactly. You got multiple kids in the house. And he only is the daddy of one of them. I'm responsible for that one.
Yeah.
Damn, man. And you can go out on the more. Well, if you're nice, you buy for everybody. Damn that shit. One, I might not want to step on that other man's. I don't want to step on his toes.
Okay. Right.
Nigga might not want me to bring his kid.
You right. I mean,
that could be another thing.
That could be a whole fight.
My child. But I'm gonna handle my child. You handle yours. We just share the same room for our kid. But then on top of it, it's like, okay, did she ask him?
Right.
Like, if my child pick up the phone, or if my kid is old enough to say, "Hey, Dad, can you bring me something to eat?" My kids say that. I'm gonna bring my kids some meat. My kids say, "Hey, Dad, can you bring me and my sisters and brothers something to eat?" As Steve said, I might go grab a pizza or something little.
Yeah.
Whatever. But the expectation.
Yeah.
Hell no.
That's what it is.
There's only one child that I'm obligated to.
That's right.
Of course, I can be cool and do that, but also too, did you ask? There's all kind of different things that go in there.
Yeah.
And also too, some dads don't want you to do that because now. Like, bro, you ain't gotta.
And what's the dynamic of my relationship with these other kids?
That's how it goes. Exactly.
Was I a stepdaddy to them? Because then it's like, damn, you raised them. You know what I'm saying? But it's like,
do I not know these little niggas? Like,
what's blood I put up? What the hell going on?
Her feelings, though. You could tell she was in her feelings.
Oh, she was mad.
That's all it was.
She was like, okay, you're not longer.
But it backfired though, because she thought she was gonna get on social media and
Flip
really,
side,
and it was like
plot twist.
Yeah.
Okay.
You dropping the kid out to his dad. His dad got 3-4 kids. You know what I'm saying? It's the same shit. You might bring McDonald's for the kid or snacks for that kid. Like, that's enough to last him.
Right.
But I got 3-4 kids. If I sit there and snap on you, gonna look at me like, fuck.
I'm gonna look at you crazy, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be 100% real. Me as a parent, I don't even let my kids eat in front of other kids.
That's true.
Like if my kids, that's why even now they got snacks out there. I wouldn't have them come in here and eat snacks in front of her. That's just how I am as a parent. Like I don't like that. I don't like to watch. And
that's what I'm saying.
I don't even do that as an adult. Like if I come into a room with my homegirls and I come in there with food and nobody else is eating, like I'd be a little uncomfortable.
You better get your own. I'm about to knock it off.
Smell that? It smells good, don't it?
Yeah, wrong one, go ahead and grab that, but I'm gonna knock it off.
Yeah, but just that's just me as a mom. I automatically think like that. So I would be like, okay, instead of McDonald's, I'm just gonna get y'all pizza so everybody can eat. That's how I am. Right. But I wouldn't expect him to come outside like, hello. You gonna feed me? I feel like
that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of things that females so-called feel some type of way about if the shoe was on the other foot. Like y'all look at the dude like he was crazy. You feel me?
Yeah, I mean, I see that. There is a lot of double standards. Cheating.
There's
a lot of double standards with that. But even before we get to the cheating, real quick, what about this Sparkle question? Yes. So, like, say, okay, you have a baby. Say you have a baby, right? And as a woman, do you feel like it should be mandatory for blood tests at birth? When it comes to, I agree too.
No, absolutely. I agree too. Because I've had some,
situations.
When it was with my brother, where it's like mostly where the kids come out looking like the dad, and like, oh, he looks so much like the dad, like, oh, he looks like, and then they end up not being his. And it's like, y'all gotta make sure y'all do
babies look like grandparents when they come out. I don't think the babies look like nobody when they come out.
Yo, literally,
they look like grandparents.
Looks don't mean nothing.
They look stressed the fuck out.
Oh my God, you are funny.
They look elderly. They be stressed. They look elderly.
Yeah, I think it's mandatory because at the end of the day, it's more or less of somebody actually thinking that's their child, raising them, loving them, caring for them. And then probably their life, it's like finding out that's not their child. That's heartbreaking.
And they're already on the birth certificate, child support, everything.
No, I think that's mandatory for sure. Before you even put your name on the birth certificate, get a DNA test. Like just not no shame on the woman or whatever the case may be, but it's just like just to make sure it's concrete, it's solid. The the evidence is right there. The proof is in the pudding.
And there's no question about it.
Yeah, there's no question about it at the end. You don't want to go to morgue like, are you the father? Like, you don't want to do that. That's too much. Nah, it's too much.
I'm with it.
You want
to run backstage so bad.
It's embarrassing.
You want the cameraman chasing you so bad.
The bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm forever with the bullshit. Take me I'm going to put on. You know what I'm saying?
I think when women talk about it, they always speak from a standpoint because they come out of you. So it's nothing for you to even.
Yeah, it's no doubt it's mine.
So when somebody does, like, okay, blood test or whatever, they look at them sideways. Like, put yourself in their shoes. Like, they may, whatever, y'all relationship, not a relationship, whatever, especially not in a relationship. Ain't no real commitment that, and it's like, well, damn, you could have. We might be kicking it, we might be doing whatever. But we never really committed. You might have that room to do whatever. You know what I'm saying? So if it was just put in as mandatory, like it was just the norm, then you just take that away. But for the woman, they already had it 100%. Like, I'll push your child out.
And
I
get that perspective.
I think that people just have to take their emotions out of it completely because
it's just hard to do.
It is hard because especially if you're like in a committed relationship and your man be like, can we do a DNA test? You'll be like, oh.
Yeah, you'll feel some type of way.
You'll be like, DNA?
Excuse me?
That part.
But I've had situations where like one of my homeboys, you know, without a shadow of a doubt, he like, oh, this my kid, signed a birth certificate, you know, him and her split. He on child support. He paying child support for about 8 years. Child ain't his.
See,
and he got to go through hell and high water to get off the birth certificate.
Yeah, I think it's okay I think it should be mandatory. I don't see nothing wrong with it being mandatory.
The great thing is, like in different states, it works different. Like, so for example, one of my sons, he was born in Georgia. So, he was supposed to be born on like a Friday, but he ended up being born on Wednesday. I was supposed to go up there on Thursday, so I missed his birth. So they wouldn't even let her give him my last name.
Oh wow!
Like in Georgia, the dad has to be there for you.
Okay.
Last name.
Which makes sense.
In different states, like it worked different. Like Florida, just
you ain't gonna get
Florida.
Y'all see Florida.
Okay.
Like who you said was the dad?
He's never show up.
Right.
Don't need no ID.
All Florida know is
it's okay.
Oh, you want to put him on child support? Oh, this is baby.
Oh, this is okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You got it. No.
Ready. You feel me? That's all they know.
Florida gonna do it. They're gonna be like, you want food stamps? Are you gonna put him on child support? No. Okay, you don't get no food stamps.
Damn.
Okay.
I'm scared of that, bro.
They green as fuck here.
So look, we're raising kids, and as parents, even with me and Ashley, you also, we gotta, give your opinion on this too. But even for y'all to be fathers, how do y'all feel about the Dwayne Wade situation with his son, daughter, Zaya? No disrespect, no shade, no nothing.
Because I don't want to be that person.
You ain't gonna be the only one. We speak truth here. This is all opinions, you guys. We just having a conversation. Honestly, no, seriously, because some people have different opinions about it. Some people feel like he's vicariously living through his son or daughter. No disrespect, but that's what I think. But hey, and then some people just feel like, no, man, he's a father. He's loving his child, however the child feel like they want to be, and whatever. Sure,
please.
Fill me in what's going on.
Dwayne Wade, his son. Okay, so as far as Dwayne Wade, he got it pretty much court ordered. He went to court. Dwayne Wade. Okay.
Yes.
I do because you in Orlando, Florida. I need you to know.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Basically, his son, daughter.
No disrespect.
His son.
I gotta keep saying that because
he was born a male. He was born a male.
Oh, you saw.
But yeah, like so he, you know what I'm saying?
At this current point in time, he's about 12, 13 years old.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So
make sure you throw the age.
Basically, okay.
Okay, I got it.
You got it. So my opinion on that. Against the mother's wishes as well.
Yes.
Mom said
the one he's married to is not
the biological mom.
So here's the situation. Basically, Dwayne Wade, and the daughter's son, whatever, the daughter's mom, pretty much were in court basically trying to, Dwayne Wade wanted to legally change the sex of his.
And I think it's on like a document.
Kid.
Child.
The mom said no. So my opinion with that, honestly, I feel like as a child, you may know, you may not know, you may be curious, you may really think you know, you may really know. But at the end of the day, I feel like
you're a kid, man.
Until you hit 18, I mean, for everything else, you're not an adult until you're 18 years old.
21.
I got a problem. Right. Exactly. What? So I feel like there should be no permanent changes to a child's gender until they are of age.
And
to make
correct
that
us
decision.
if we're wrong, because I want to make sure that we put out the right information. I'm not sure if the sex change was like, with body parts.
It was just the documentation.
Okay, just to be
clear.
But
still, that stuff it's forever.
Yes.
So I feel like even if I had a situation, my child was like, "Hey, I want to be a girl, mom. I'm not a boy." Like, okay, let me know how you feel when you hit 18. Because I'm not signing off on nothing. I'm not making such a permanent decision for a child.
Yeah. Because mentally, you're not even really, your mind hasn't really even developed. We done, even in my 30s, like my mind changed about different things. So I can't imagine, which is my opinion. I'm going to leave it like that. So y'all, as men, how do you feel about that? If that was your son, if that was your child, Your daughter too. I mean, how do y'all honestly feel about
It's the
it?
way he's yoking at his beard for me. Like,
I done set this conversation out so many times. Like, I just.
Okay. I'm just curious.
I have a son and a daughter. My son's 15, my daughter's 7.
Mm-hmm.
You just ain't telling me that you think you're this or that. Again, like you said earlier, I got to sign off for all this different stuff in everything you do. No matter what it is, you need parental consent.
Yes.
Because they don't think you're old enough to make that decision.
And even like, I guess what you say, 12, 13? It wasn't like he was 16, 17, where you might have started doing some dating or whatever.
Right.
12, 13, like.
Well, he
did.
age
now.
Yeah, not now, but when it was going on.
He was younger.
Yeah.
He was younger.
Yeah,
they were trying to.
That's all started. He was like 10.
And I definitely feel like, in Hollywood and with celebrities, because I've been around a lot of that shit.
Yes.
You know, it gets weird.
Yes, it does.
Like they don't have these normal lives.
They in a cult, no.
Yeah. No, it gets weird.
Stuff that go on.
It gets real weird.
Yeah.
So for that child to be living, you know, Dwayne Wade being the dad, you're talking about an NBA Hall of Famer, and then you're talking about a famous. Then you're talking about a famous, you know, actress. I mean, so you're living in that Hollywood spectrum,
right?
So it may be some influences and things going on in that realm. So I don't think that was just I'm naturally came into that. Yeah. I do think there was influence on that or whatnot, but you know what I'm saying? If it was me from my standpoint, you ain't telling me none of that shit. I ain't.
Yeah.
You ain't telling me that. Again, you get older and you're ready to make a decision, or you're a little bit close. Like I can feel like you've had some experiences as you've gotten older.
Right.
Then
what can I do?
We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But you 12 years old, you can't even wipe your ass the right way.
Yeah, like
so you ain't about to tell me.
I still see shit staying in your drawers.
You ain't about to tell me, oh yeah, I like the same sex and I don't want to be what I was born as. I want to be the opposite.
Right.
We ain't even going that. We ain't going down that road.
In that realm.
Yeah.
I feel that.
I respect that.
Look.
You got some on that, Steve?
Yeah,
right.
Come on.
What is it?
Come on.
Man, listen, man. It's a no for me, man. It's an absolute no for me because, like you said, like, man, as just as a kid, like I mean, nothing that extreme,
right?
But I just remember going through so many different things as a kid, from 12 to 13 or 14, 15, 16. First time smelling some cootie cat. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Cat, cootie cat.
Hey, first time come across some stank cootie cat. I looked at everybody. It happens. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like,
hey, we gotta take your ass off the show.
Hey, we ain't gonna act like that ain't a thing. But so it's just like, man, listen, man, you ain't even seen and tell me about what you got going on.
Right.
You feel me? Like,
you ain't did it though.
You ain't did it.
Holler at me later. Like, if that's,
still wet behind the ears.
If that's how you feel, like she said, that's how you feel when you 17, 18.
Right.
Cool, we can have that conversation. But off the dribble, little nigga.
Right.
Boy, please.
And I feel like Boosie. I feel like this. I feel like Boosie. I'm like, look, I'm gonna love my child regardless, right? But with what I believe in, with just the type of parent I am, no shade, no nothing. Like, look, to each their own. Everybody do what you want to do. But as for me in my house, it's enough for me. Yeah. I'm just not. And then I just feel like Gabrielle, as a step parent, like, she don't know her place, to be honest. I feel like we gotta know our place.
Stepmothers don't know their place.
When you're a step, you know what I mean?
Say it again.
Stepmothers don't know their place. You gotta know your place. So my thing is, would she have that same energy if it was her child? Because you can be one way with somebody else's child, but when it's your child, then you have the same energy. Like, it'd be a little different when it's yours.
Thank you.
You know, so, I mean, I'm just saying, from a different perspective, that's how I feel about that. But to each their own, everybody do what they want to do.
Yep.
You know, hey, we ain't judging. But, you know, again, just opinions, just wanted to know and find out, like, how y'all felt about that. Anybody else got anything y'all want to ask or say? Because, I mean, it's so much more to talk about, but, you know, you can't be here all day.
You can't be here all night. No, I think we pretty much
scratch the surface of a little bit.
No. Question. Okay, because we, aside from Tizzy, because he's married, so Tizzy ain't got nothing to do with this conversation. Okay, but you can speak. No. But because you're married, I still want your perspective. Okay, because all of us, we're not married, right? So technically, we might be in a relationship. Oh, hello. Hello.
You heard that, Leslie?
But technically, we're all, relationship or not, we're all technically single. Okay, so look. Now, is it true, and whoever can answer this, is it true that when you have kids with someone that they creep back with and mama, baby daddy, ex, or anything like that? Is that true? Is that
absolutely
true?
Because
I can say for me,
absolutely true.
I can say for me, no.
Absolutely true.
I feel like it depends on how old the child is. If a man if a man were to try to pursue me and he has a 6-month-old,
oh yeah, we ain't doing that.
A 9-month-old, a 1-year-old.
But I'm talking about, would you creep back with your baby
daddy?
No,
it's a baby daddy. Yes, it's with.
Oh, what he's good as dead. That nigga's good as dead. He is good as dead. Hell.
No, but what they tried?
At what point?
Have they ever tried?
He was good as dead from the beginning.
But he never tried?
Right?
No,
I never
creep back.
Because that's the creep back.
That's the creep back.
Tried to push back.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
So do ex, baby daddy, whatever.
You saying would I?
Oh no. What would?
No.
Okay. So
no.
Have
firm on that.
have your child's father ever tried to creep back, or an ex tried to creep back, ease their way on in?
Absolutely.
It's always like that.
Baby daddy has, yes, absolutely.
Why do you think that
he had another one? Even when he had a relationship, they always do.
He's married.
But then it comes to us as women to
no, mine. He's married. I'd be like, sir, I will.
So it's our responsibility as me to shut that shit down.
Yeah.
You understand? So it's like, hold on, no. Who you with right now is better than me, right? Supposedly, quote unquote.
Oh.
But at the end of the day, it's like, what you coming over here for? You understand? It's like, what you coming over here for when you really, I have to close that door because it's like, you can't double back.
Okay.
You can't double dip. You can't do that.
Okay.
You
can't get the benefits. And
you have something so phenomenal.
When he didn't.
And you over here thinking that the grass is greener on that side. So stick on that side with your grass.
Oh.
Stick with your garden.
Dirty
Stick with your garden.
So basically, you want him to stick to the rivers and lakes that he's used to.
That part.
Got it. Okay.
That part.
Come on, TLC.
Stay with the grass that you think is greener. Because at the end of the day, it's like, nah, I have to shut that down. But then at the end, you have to let them know, like, if I could have you.
Oh.
But I choose not to.
So
because I have that power.
Oh, yeah. so you know you can get it back if you wanted to. We ain't gonna talk.
We're not gonna go into that. Because she might be watching. But anyway,
but
no,
and we don't care.
We don't care. But at the end, I've grown. I've had wisdom. I've healed, and I forgave, and for all the backstabbing, betrayal. So I've become to just focus on my son.
Okay.
That's what matters.
I love that for you.
Absolutely.
I love that for you.
Thank you, baby.
Okay. Steve-O, Teasy, as from your perspective, because you're in a whole different stratosphere.
Nah, me, I had my son was 18. So me and my baby mama was young. I was 18. She was 17. We was together until right before he turned 2. And like 2 or 3 months before he turned 2, we broke up. And the most we tried to rekindle was up until he wasn't even 3. So he was like, it was less than a year after.
Okay.
No more than a year after. And even when we broke up, I had I was exhausted. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you'd be like, all right, I'm going to leave. I'm done with this shit. That'd be like that. Yeah, you said a week later it's back.
Yeah.
When I left, I was already exhausted. Yeah. So, again, that was right before he turned 2. We was done by the time, completely done, like, absolutely nothing. Like, not even, no conversation, like, besides I'm dropping him off, I'm coming to pick him up.
That's it.
Right.
That's it. And, that was before he turned 3. And then when I met Lady Teasy, he was 5.
Okay.
Yeah, so like.
So it was a wrap after that. For real.
Yeah.
So do you think because you had that time, do you think because you was in that space of, look, I'm exhausted, do you think that's why? Or is it because you just had that kind of control over yourself? Because, some instances, people can just you preoccupied with other stuff, so that keeps you busy from going back.
Yeah, I think like I say, I was one of those cats. Like when I got into a relationship, I was committed and dedicated. So since I fought through, like I literally, when we broke up, I probably could have left 6 months before.
Okay,
I had reasons to leave 6 months before.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we shit just got sour. Like, you know what I'm saying? It got sour. Keep trying to fight it. Like, okay, I want the family. You know, that's the mindset. I want the family. And I told you, I was already looking at my parents as my role model. So it's like, I want the family thing. But then I'm like, hell no, this ain't gonna work. Like, we're just not for each other. So you go over here, I'm gonna go over there. And that's it. So, but you know, other people have other motives in the journey. But thank God, you know, mine was kind of clear cut.
Yeah.
I
feel like that should be the circumstance regardless. If we ain't gonna do this, like you about to be just fucking me. You ain't gotta just hit me up for some sex. But you know what happens with a lot of people though? What happens with a lot of them? They know the relationship be gone, but then they also I don't want nobody around my kid.
Yeah.
I don't want you.
Oh well, that's not gonna stop nothing. I just
that ain't gonna stop nothing. But that be the mindset. They don't want that.
Yeah.
And that's what happens a lot with, you know what I'm saying? We about to have them nigga over there at the crib and with my baby in the middle. Or and the girl doing the same thing.
Just
and
said
just be back
something.
and forth. Yeah.
Steve just said something that's what's real. Yes. Comfortable. Familiar. That's what I'm used to.
Yeah.
So you kind of, some people do go back because that's all they know. Some people is so used to dysfunction. Rather it's functional or dysfunctional, but some people are so used to dysfunction that when something good do come along, I don't want it. I don't want it.
Yeah. It's like,
Cause I'm so used. Cause I'm too used to dysfunction. So I gotta go back to what I know. So a lot of people is like that. So I mean, I get that. So I mean, hey, everybody different.
Everybody is different.
Everybody's different, I guess.
Definitely everybody different. All situations, you know, a lot of that shit be situations. But like I know, like for me, like. Like with my first BM, like I had to force her like to get over, you know what I'm saying, the situation. With my second BM, you know what I'm saying, it was like
mutual. Look, careful.
Yeah.
Right, look, be careful.
With eggshells down there.
I ain't treating nobody could be mad at the truth, man.
Okay, I love that for you.
With my third one, it was more so like she had a stage of like with my third BM, like everything was different. Because with my first two, like with my first BM, I was her second baby dad.
Okay.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was like she already been through this
before.
My second BM, like she already been through this. You know what I'm saying? My third, like I was her first.
Yeah.
So like I was really interested in like making that work. Like, hey man, listen, you got you got one child and my child, like
and you
my third
create that
family.
But
like, you know what I'm saying? Like
right.
I'm really on that. Like, what's up?
Yeah.
You know, it ended up shaking up how I shake it up. So you know what I'm saying? That's cool and all, but like even to the day, like it be on some. You say this go on YouTube?
Careful what you say.
10 years from now. You know what I'm saying? Like 10 years from now. I just feel like right now, if I was to be like, man, what's up? Like, tie me up. Like, she'll do it. You feel me? Like, on the strength of, you was always there for me anyway. Like, you do what you're supposed to do for my daughter. You do what you're supposed to do for me. Like, I know I have my spurts, whatever, but like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
If you with it, let's do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think, with my second Beyond thing, like, she could be coerced.
Coerced.
You know what I'm saying? When my first being like, she really had to grow to like get past I want to do you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like once she got past that, that's my dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I love
like
it.
now it's like that's my dog. You feel me? So like it should be different for different people, but definitely like she said, like, man, you got a baby that's like 6 months.
I don't want no part.
Baby, you still tender.
You still tender. Like you just had the baby.
I've been in a situation where I was dealing with a chick who was divorced, and I never messed with a chick who was divorced again. Never ever.
How you did that, bro?
Man, I don't even know how I got caught into that. I was.
That means she's single. What's wrong with
No,
that?
she was divorced, but it was
but
just like,
mentally, she done been through some shit.
But like her trauma was different.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, her trauma was different. So it was like she had a mentality of no matter what she had currently going on. Oh, you ain't finna treat me how my ex-husband treat me. Like you got me fucked up.
Oh, she wasn't healed.
Baby,
She was not healed.
She
She was not healed. She was not ready.
Yeah.
She wasn't ready.
You You know what I'm saying?
Ready and she was not healed.
No,
Yeah.
you're right. She wasn't. She
No,
wasn't. So
not
it was
at
just
all.
like, damn.
Yeah, I need counseling.
That nigga did a nigga on you.
Facts. Right?
Put this Versace robe on. Come on, let's go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, the shit be crazy, but it's like, it's interesting, man. Like, the mind is like very interesting. Like we all could be talking about the same thing, but you see it a certain way.
Right.
You see it
Right, absolutely. Everyone has their own different
and like, because
opinion.
everybody is raised different. Everybody
Yes.
got
Different
different things.
experiences.
Everybody got different traumas, different
Right.
experiences.
Yeah.
So it's like, man,
You better speak.
Yeah.
Come on in.
Absolutely.
That's true.
That's why I think it's very important for people to have counseling. We don't push
Regardless.
that enough to
We
have
don't.
counseling. Because my son, he has counseling.
color, we don't.
Yeah, because
it's
it's like
true.
certain things.
It's
That
fine,
part. Yes,
Mhm.
exactly. I feel like my son is 6, so it's like I have him in counseling. Because there's certain things that he's gone through and things
I
that
got
he's
you.
going through with his father and me, like our separation, wondering why we're not together or whatever the case may be. It's certain things that kids go through that we can't even imagine because we've been there, but we don't remember.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't remember.
Damn, Ash, I want to go put my kids in counseling.
No, it's good. No, it's seriously. It's what you do sometimes. So, but you have to have like a boundary where it's like, okay, I'm gonna put him in sports or whatever. I'm gonna put her in ballet, whatever. I'm gonna put her in counseling
right
because trauma comes from what?
Childhood.
Child.
Absolutely.
So it's good to put them in counseling
Absolutely. And it's nothing wrong
now.
with that. I
Let them
agree.
heal whatever the fuck they want to now.
So that they don't
So when they
grow
get older,
up.
they don't put that on their
Learn
relationship.
how to
They don't put that
build,
on
you know what I'm saying?
their careers, their whatever they want to be, entrepreneur, whatever the case may be. They don't put that on to their spouses when they go or their kids.
Yeah.
That's how you break generational curses. Honestly, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I feel like you got to start them from young, as parents that we are. So that way they could deal with that. Because we could try to help them, but we're not counselors. You know what I mean? Sometimes they have to go somewhere else.
And we're jaded. As parents, we're jaded.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely.
We a little biased too.
We biased, you feel me?
Yeah.
A lot of times we see shit a certain way, and we want our kid to see it that way too.
That's right.
Versus them having their own opinion.
And
you know what I'm saying?
experience. That's true.
Yep.
So,
That's very true.
Exactly.
So, I mean, just last question for everybody. Ladies, what do y'all want to see more from men in this generation? Because and I'm gonna ask y'all as well for men.
Let me think about
how many, like, what do y'all want to see more of from women? Because I can say for me, I want to see more men hold men accountable. I have said this before. I have spoken on this many times, but I do want to see more men hold men accountable and respect us women more as well. I know it starts with self. I know it starts with us first, but I'm talking about what I want to see men. I want to see men speak more life into women. And because I don't think some men don't really understand how much influence they have on the woman. If you could just lead her a certain kind of way and just help her get through it, and sometimes we, and I'm gonna say we just need that push. We need that motivation. Sometimes we need that. And you can do all that in the world, but it's really up to us. But I do want to see more men hold men accountable and, just go a little easy on some of us women because we out here trying.
I think for me, it's the same thing. Like, I feel like accountability is big. Like, stop blaming other people. Stop blaming your childhood. Stop blaming what you didn't learn, what you didn't see, what your dad didn't teach you. Because at the end of the day, like, we're able to make our own life decisions now. I can't continue to make excuses for what my mom didn't teach me, what I didn't learn. My mom never taught me how to cook, but I throw down.
Yeah.
My mom ain't never teach me how to cook.
I got a rebuttal for that.
And I also want to see more men go to therapy.
Yes, that's beautiful.
I definitely want to see more men in therapy as well.
They should.
What about you, Sparkle? What do you want to see more of men?
Consistency. Consistency. If you're not consistent, it's just like, and it's like fake. You're just pretending to be something from the beginning where you think it matters, and then after it just fades away, fucking fades away. Because you've been fake. You've been fake from the beginning.
From experience.
Yo, she's talking to that boy. Y'all hear me, ladies? All my sparks out there. Listen, at the end of the day, it's just like I want to see consistency. Because if it's not real, then just be real from the fucking beginning. Like, yo, I don't want this, I don't want that.
I love that.
But if you had consistency, because it shows when it's like in your work ethic, with your relationship with your parents. Like it works if you have kids. But at the end of the day, it's just like if you don't show consistency with your woman, your spouse, then it's a problem. It's a problem because consistency is everything. When you're working out, you're eating healthy every day. Like certain things is consistency. Promoting, you guys, when y'all promote, consistency is fucking everything. It's key to every fucking thing to unlock whatever it is. So guys, fucking be consistent. Fucking be consistent. Be consistent.
You got it.
You got it.
I'm gonna tap
There's a drink gonna come in.
I'm gonna rebuttal to what she was saying. No. I'm gonna speak because when you were saying like, well, the parents didn't teach them or this, that, and the other, whatever. I work with kids in my day job. That's what I do.
Nice.
And I've literally been preaching this for years, and I say it on a regular basis. The kids, what they see as they grow molds who they are. And then we expect them to become adults, and then the light pop on. It doesn't really work like that. I'm gonna just give you an example. So like when I'm dealing with kids at school, say they do something, I gotta call the parent, tell the parent, hey, this is what happened, your child did this, is what the consequence is they're gonna receive. Now the parent is, instead of embracing what I'm saying,
to work on it at home,
it turns into Johnny Cochran, I'm the defense attorney.
That part, right? Oh, not my kid, not my child. Yeah, what the other child did.
If she or he did this or that,
yes,
something had to
happen for them to act.
No, this is. I'm telling you,
it's your child.
I seen this with my own eyes.
This is what happened.
No, I don't believe that. So now you're enabling them, enabling that bad decision.
Right.
Now this is always going on. I'm 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going through growing up. The house is the kingdom for the kids.
Absolutely.
That's the kingdom. So my parents or whoever my adults are in that house or whoever I'm being raised by, what they say is God-like. Like if my mom say this is not wrong,
it's not
then
wrong.
it's not wrong. If
Right.
my mom says right, then it's right. My dad said that's how the mind is molded.
Right.
So what happens is you have these kids that kind of they grow up that way. And I'm speaking, I work at a Title I, all black. I'm in the hood. So I'm talking from our people. I can't talk in the other situations, but I'm talking from our people. That happens a lot. So, and I tell the kids all the time from my standpoint, I tell them and I try to give them that different perspective. I'm like, man, listen, you doing this. I try to give them accountability. You doing this. And then you'll tell me, oh, I didn't do nothing, or I didn't do this, and you're not trying to own up to what you did. So if you don't think you're wrong, you're going to do the same thing over and over because you think it's right.
Yeah.
But then what's going to happen is, it's cool. That's slap on the wrist. That's it. Right. No pressure. Because I call your mama. Your mama don't feel like you did nothing wrong, so you come home, you don't get punished. Right. I still can grab my tablet. I can still play the PS5. I can still go outside. I'm still going to play my football game on Saturday. Right. Whatever. So nothing changes.
When you start working the law.
But when your ass come 18, and you do that shit outside, and law enforcement grab you, now mom, dudes, a papa can't roll up in the courthouse and stop anything that the judge bring your way. Right. The judge and the jury bring your way. Right. So that's what happens a lot of times with people. A lot of these people have been enabled by their might be parents, might be whoever their village is. So they're not holding themselves accountable and they don't learn accountability. Right. That's my thing. Like that's my whole purpose with my day job, and eventually I'm gonna move it to something else where I'm doing like mentorships and things like that because I love working with kids. But you have to put that, instill that in them, and then later on, that's gonna make them responsible young women, young men, young adults, whatever. And that's how they become who they become. So now when they get older, of course everybody will go through something, but it's easier if I got less blemishes on me to be fixed versus if I don't even have that basic foundation of having accountability, understanding like, if I did this wrong, I said, I'm sorry, I recognize the wrong, and how can I fix it to move forward? Right. So that's what I had to rebuttal with that, because there's a lot of people, and I see this, I've been doing that, my day job 7 years, and I literally, it's the same thing from day one to now. Yeah. Majority of the kids are that way. It's a minority of parents that are very like receptive and actually come back and enforce what's going on. You drop your kid off to us every day, Monday through Friday for 7.5 hours a day, 8 hours a day. You ain't gonna trust what I'm calling you to tell you.
Right. Yeah.
But you trust enough to drop them off here.
Right. But see, with what you just said, basically, at some point, you're going to like have some type of repercussion to however your upbringing is, whatever your upbringing has done to you. It's going to do something to you, but at that point, it's a decision now.
Yeah.
Like, you have to actively do the work to change. When I say, like, stop pretty much blaming stuff on your childhood, I mean, like, how far can you take that? You know what I mean? My mom didn't discipline me. My mom said, my mom said I'm right, so I'm right.
But
you know what I mean?
It comes about habit.
Yeah.
It comes about habit at that point.
Because
you always
right.
Because then if you're so used to doing something all your life, that's a habit.
And then at the same time, you saying that, I don't know if you did or not, but 9 times out of 10, it still was somebody that kind of helped him make that change. It might have been a friend versus my parents. My parents might have been the one or whoever. Yeah. It might have been a friend, or it might have been somebody I work with that I looked at as like a big sister, big brother, mentor, whatever. And I seen it, whatever, and then it helps change. But I'm telling you, that shit is real.
Yeah. No, I know. I know it's real, true. But it's like it comes to at some point, like you have to take accountability and be like, okay, I gotta make the change. You know what I mean? Like I gotta be the change I want to see. I can't continue because, like I said, I come from a rough upbringing, but that doesn't alter the way that I parent my kids because at this point it's a decision. Although I've seen certain things in my household, as you get older and you start to implement your own type of things, you are making a decision at this point. Yeah. So that's where accountability comes in at. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you have to at some point be like, all right, this ain't right. You know what I mean? But to just continuously blame things on your upbringing and I wasn't taught this and I don't, you know what I'm saying? My daddy ain't never showed me this. Okay, well, you watch enough social media to know how to do X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because there's always somebody in place and you have to be open to one of them to grow and learn and want more. Because there's going to always be somebody in place, like you said, whether it's a friend, family, whatever. But love that, Steve-O.
That would be my huge thing when it comes to female accountability.
Okay.
I've ran into my fair share of female school. Like for whatever reason, I don't know if it's like they just scared of accountability or you know what I'm saying. Like it's just something that don't resonate with them. But it's just like we've been having this conversation about something that you did wrong or something that I feel like didn't rub me the right way or whatever the case is, and I'm to the point where in my life, like now, like I can articulate that. You feel me? Like before, it was like, man, I ain't really keen on talking about feelings because I done had too many people throw my feelings in my face type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I'm good on that. Like it just gets to a point I'm good, and then you don't even know why I'm good, but I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So then I grew from that to the point where I could have a conversation and it's just like, damn, acknowledge me. Yeah. You feel me? Like, if the shoe was on the other foot and you see a ball in your eyes out telling me how you don't like this or you don't like that, you want me to acknowledge you.
Right.
Like, damn.
Don't ignore me.
Because women are emotional. So you got to understand everything that you say is going to come with an emotional response. Whereas men can just think like, okay, we're talking about one thing. Let's just talk about one thing. You say something to a woman, now she's thinking about 10 other things. So like, to hell with what you said. Like, let me just tell you how I feel. And I think that's something that
and that's why we got to, because women, we can be very selfish in our feelings and our emotions and our thoughts. We can be very selfish and we often only think about ourselves a lot of times, and that's just being accountable. So I feel you. I get it. I understand that. And so anything you want to see more from women before we wrap this up?
I guess
I want to see more women at law.
More women at law, more women at brunch. But nah, I already see what I want to see in mine.
I know that's right.
Nah, just kind of overall, just I think I want women to. What I see a lot of is a lot of influence on the social media. I think that shit is crazy. Like I guess for somebody like me, social media for me is a tool for my business. Right. So I tell people all the time, like, you're going to see me on social media, 70% of the shit you're going to see is promo. Yeah. Right. Absolutely. The other 30% is I got to show you I'm a real person. Yeah. I got to show you my personality. Yeah. So you don't just get caught up in just straight promo. Right. Like, you're going to see me working out. You're going to see me when I'm at my parties hanging out. You're going to see me posting my kids at their basketball practices and things of that nature.
Right.
You see me post my wife or business. But 70% of it is too.
Yeah.
So there's other people who don't have businesses or things, and they just end up 100% of it is just personal.
Right.
So then what they end up doing is whatever is going on, it influences their mind. Because at the end of the day, people say, well, social media don't influence me. That's a damn lie.
It is. It's very true.
It influences everybody in some way. It may have a minimal impact on me, but a maximum impact on you.
Right.
But I think a lot of women just end up following what's going on, and then I really think it's more of a negative impact for the most part.
Yeah. Because it's an expectation.
Exactly. So if they could just, because like, for example, when I see those dumbass arguments, oh, you should 50-50.
No,
like,
I'm sick
of it.
That's
what I'm saying. Like, stuff like that. I mean, that once a year, that shit literally comes up
every 6 months.
Like, just stuff like that. But it influences people's mind because now they see all these people saying it. Just as well as you might see 100 comments on somebody posting that, it's thousands of people that are looking at that. And then somebody has the mindset, somebody is single about to get in a relationship with somebody or talking to somebody like, can you pay my bills or
can you pay my bills?
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit like that. That's all I would say. Like, kind of going to more of an own mindset. So leave the social media for the fun.
Yeah.
Leave it for the fun and just
or for work,
not too personal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Balance. So I would like to see out there that just kind of make everything better, especially for our generation.
Yeah.
And the younger generation coming
out.
Absolutely. For sure.
Well, y'all, we just want to send a big thank you.
Thank
for
you
actually
guys.
Coming out here.
This was our last episode of the season.
Yes.
You guys, and we are so grateful. We are so grateful to our viewers. We have been doing this for, like we said, almost like a year now. Behind the scenes a year now. And, you know, it's just, like we said, we do the soul work, the soul search, and the soul therapy here, but we also are all very much so real people. Right. And so we go through real life stuff, and we really just like to bring these type of conversations to you all because we know that everybody has different things going on. And, you know, anything that you can cherry pick from the conversation, hey, look, if it's to help better you and make you a better you, and, you know, you growing with us and we growing with you, that's what we're here to do. Right. And so with this season, we are so appreciative of all of our guests that has come on the podcast. And we just appreciate all the love and support thus far. We really do.
And at the end of the day, it's all about the reach for us.
Yes.
Like who and what we can reach while we're doing these things. So we just are appreciative of y'all tapping in and hanging out with us, and thank y'all again to our guests for coming out today. Appreciate y'all. All right, y'all. So y'all know what to do. Like I said, hit that notification bell, and we will see y'all on the next video. Bye.